Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Guadarrama. Today, I will be presenting my individual video for the iPro Digital Twin. So some of my responsibilities for this iPro were to take scans of the Keating building. Some of the locations that I took scans of were the pool, the west entrance, as you can see here, the women's locker room, the part of the men's locker room, and the whole floor, or the whole first floor, the whole second floor, which includes the main basketball court and the two side courts. So today I will be showing you guys how to remove the ceiling, the floors, the furniture, and the walls from a scan itself. And some of the useful things to do with this is to create a floor plan, get a better layout of the building itself, and just to learn about the several components that each building or each room in the building has. So we're just going to start off. Here we have the west entrance. And as you can see, it's a full scan. It has the furniture, the walls, the ceiling, and the floor. So the way that I like to do this is I like to first go on this left-hand side and click on one of the views, one of the walls. So I'm gonna set this front view, and now you have a view of what the front view is supposed to look like, and you have a clear line of where the wall meets the ceiling and the floor. So first you want to click on the point cloud that you want to work with. And then I like to use the snipping tool for this, or the segmentation tool. And you just click on it, and you want to remove the ceiling first, the ceiling or the floor, just because that makes it easier to work with. I like to do the ceiling first. So to do that, you just try to get as close as possible to the ceiling itself. So I know that the ceiling is going to end on this line, and it's going to start a little bit below that. So I'm going to maybe choose around this point here, and it's all manual, so I try to create the straightest line that I can, and I try to just include everything above that. And then you right click to end the sketch, and then here you have several options. You have segment in and segment out. So I want to segment out this piece, so I'm gonna hit segment out, and then as you can see, the ceiling is now gone. So I'm gonna hit the green arrow, and then now it basically created two segments of the building. So as you can see now, I could turn off and on the ceiling. So I'm just gonna rename this to ceiling, so I know what component that is. And now we could do the same thing with the floor. So we could turn this off if we want, and we could go back to the front view and do the same thing to the floor. We just get as close as possible that we think it's right. And we segment out again and click enter to confirm. Something didn't go right. Oh yes, I was clicked on the I was clicked on the ceiling. I wasn't clicked on the main scan itself. That's what the issue was there. So it was a good training tool. So make sure that you are clicked on the cloud point that you are the cloud point of interest. So here, because I was clicked on the ceiling, I clicked on the ceiling, and there was nothing below here to segment out. It didn't segment anything out. So make sure that you're clicked on the whole point cloud itself, and then we just try that again. We try to get as close as possible, and it's going to take a few tries sometimes just to get a good close cut. And there you can see the ceiling and the floor just cut out by itself. And this is the floor. Yes, so I'm gonna rename this to floor. And I'm just gonna rename this one to the main one. There we go. Just so that, you know, so now we could remove the ceiling and the floor and we're left with the walls and the furniture. So that now that you're just left with the furniture, you could click on the top view. And as you can see, all that's left is the furniture. And we did get a little bit of the floor here, which is okay. We could always go back and edit our lines to create a better segment. But for this video purpose, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And we do the same thing. So we grab the segmentation tool and we try to get as close to what we want to segment out. We don't want to get the walls just because that's a part of a different segment. Right? We try to get as close as possible to the walls to make everything better for us. Okay, for this, I think that's pretty good. Like I said, you could always go back and edit it and with more detail. So I'm going to segment that out. And as you can see, the furniture is gone, right? And then you could always turn the walls off, the furniture off. So I'm going to rename this to furniture. And now you could click on each individual component. So here's the furniture. You can see some of the staircases, some of the desks, the signs, the bust and the statue. Or you could turn on the floor with that and you could see where everything is at. There is a few floating points. So that's something that we could go back and edit our lines on to make better. But overall, this is the basics of how to remove the different components of a room. And then you could do this with several different rooms. You could do it with multiple rooms together. You could do it with the whole building itself. And then you could turn everything on. And if you wanted to merge everything back in, you would just have to select everything and hit the merge tool, and it will create it back into one scan. So this is how you separate different scans or components of a scan to look at individual pieces of a room.